Stand up and make some noise for the champion of the world! Champion XFC, Tennessee Champion,
But this show almost never happened. Here are the events leading up to this historic international event. The XFC exploded on the MMA world in the fall of 2007 with a show that shattered attendance records. Over 13,000 fans saw XFC 1 Salute to the Troops. Led by President John Prisco, his philosophy was brilliant yet simple.
I knew the next generation of fighters are more talented than the champions of today. Those are the fighters I wanted to focus on. Our job is to find the most talented fighters, put them on a big stage, and let them be seen. Once they are seen, they become names. Every fighter, it's the biggest fight of their career. And when you can put a card together and every fighter is fighting the biggest fight of his career, you know you're going to have great fights. So, you know, I'm sure we won't disappoint.
And they didn't disappoint. Not satisfied with being merely a local promotion, the XFC set their sights on expansion and quickly produced shows in Kentucky and Tennessee, becoming the first professional sanctioned event in the state of Tennessee.
Welcome back, Thompson Bowling Arena on the campus of the University of Tennessee at Knoxville.
You did the first ever professional MMA sanctioned show here in Tennessee. What an honor for you and the XFC.
We were lucky enough to be the first organization to do a pro MMA show. We love these people. We want to keep coming back. Do you want us back?
HDNet took notice and partnered with the XFC to produce even more shows. More expansion was on the horizon. John Prisco reached out and partnered with MMA enthusiasts in South Africa to form a pipeline for new developing talent. And at XFC 11, Jeremy the Pitbull Smith left quite the impression on American audiences as he crushed his opponent in his American debut.
That's it. It is over. Jeremy Smith, TKO victory. You knew it was a matter of time.
How you doing? I'm Christopher James. And coming up this season on the XFC, we're going to take you on a trip with us to northern Cyprus and the beautiful Kratos Premium Resort on the Mediterranean Sea. And we're going to show you some of the greatest fights in XFC history. Check this out. What we didn't know was the euphoria of the trip was about to come crashing down, as the government mandated there would be no show. Media began to descend upon the hotel grounds, hoping to further inflame the situation. But John Prisco stood his ground and was adamant that the show would go on, despite the threat that he might be arrested if he continued to proceed. The weigh-in proceeded as planned, and the XFC invited the media to share a meal with the fighters before the event. Despite being opponents, the fighters stood together in a show of camaraderie. The XFC Cage Dolls, hoping to diffuse the tension of the day, spoke about their experiences in northern Cyprus and their photo shoot in the beautiful exotic location. Undeterred, the fighters reached out to those new fight fans and tried to keep their spirits high. But it was a waiting game, and no one had any idea of what was next. Government forces were in place preventing entrance to the cage. All the fighters could do was watch, wait, and hope. But on this day, the XFC had a guardian angel in the form of Kratos owner, Mr. Murat. He refused to back down from political pressure. Then, hours before the scheduled start of the event, the Turkish Prime Minister made a historic phone call giving the go-ahead for the event to proceed. Mr. Murat addressed the crowd and announced that XFC 12 Mayhem would proceed as planned. XFC 12 transformed from chaos to the world's first international MMA show in the Mediterranean paradise of northern Cyprus.
Ladies and gentlemen, please clap your hands and make some noise for the fighters of the XFC.
XFC'nin tüm sporcularını hep birlikte çok güçlü bir şekilde alkışlıyoruz değerli misafirlerimiz.